What's up, guys? My name's Ian.
And I'm Ashleigh.
And we're Gearheads here at Backcountry.com. And today we're going to be walking you through some of our best sleeping pads.
We're going to be breaking this down into 3 categories: backpacking, car camping, and overlanding. We dropped some timestamps down below, so feel free to jump in wherever you need to.
So there's a lot of terminology and stuff that goes into describing a sleeping pad. So before we get started, we just thought we'd dive into some of that with you so you know what we're talking about. So Ashleigh, what types of sleeping pads are there?
So there's several different shapes and then several different temperature ratings. So there's lots of them out there to choose from. You just need to choose whether or not you want it to be the lightest weight or the widest and most comfortable, and what temperature rating is best going to suit you for most of your needs.
So what kind of shapes can I get from a sleeping pad?
You can get a mummy shape or you can get a traditional rectangular shape.
Right on. What's a mummy shape do?
The mummy shape basically just outlines what your body would be on the sleeping pad, and there's nothing extra. It's great to save weight, but also you don't have quite as much room to move around, so you might not be as comfortable. So you just have to pick which one works out best for you and what's most important to you, whether that be that lower weight or whether that be the more room.
How do I tell how warm a sleeping pad is going to be?
So sleeping pads come at different temperature ratings. They use a system called R value. It's a little bit different than what sleeping bags use, but basically you're going to see anywhere between a 1 and a 6. If you see a 1, that's usually for your summertime temperatures, and if you see a 6, that's for the dead of winter. I've even seen some go all the way up to 8 or 9. Those are for extreme temperatures, though. You don't always need those.
Gotcha. So on average, like what are you going to see?
For most people, it's going to be a 3 to a 4 but it's always subjective. It depends on the person and how much heat they generate personally, how warm they like to be, and how much weight they like to carry. The lower the R value, typically, the lighter the pad's going to be. But if it's really burly like a 6, it's going to be a lot heavier and it's going to take up a lot more space. So you just have to weigh out the options and see what's best for you. Now that we've covered terminology, Ian, what's next for car camping?
Yeah, so our pick for car camping is the Thermarest Base Camp. So generally in car camping, you're not going too far. You're pulling up, you're setting up your tent, and you're going to sleep. Generally, comfort's the name of the game here. So this Thermarest is pretty warm, and you can really use it anywhere you want.
What's it made out of?
So it's made out of open cell foam. So basically it's a combination of air on the inside and foam. So it's going to have a nice soft feel, and the foam's going to add to that cushion. Both keeping you warm and comfortable.
Can you tell me about the size? Like, how big is it? How many inches thick is it?
Yeah, so in car camping, you're not generally focused on weight or keeping, space down because you're traveling using your vehicle. So it's not the smallest pad. It weighs 2 pounds 8 ounces in the regular size and 3 pounds 6 ounces in the larger size. And it packs down to 7 by 21 inches in the regular size or 7.5 by 26 inches in the long size.
That's actually pretty reasonable for a car camping pad.
Yeah, definitely.
Smaller than I thought.
Yeah, it leaves plenty of space for you to bring extra goodies. It packs down pretty small, but when it's inflated, it's actually 2 inches thick. So you get a decent amount of cushion there. Not the thickest, not the thinnest, super versatile, awesome for car camping.
Okay, well, it sounds like it checks a lot of boxes with an awesome R value, packing down pretty small. You said it was 2 inches thick, is that right?
Yeah, 2 inches thick when it's inflated.
I personally prefer about 3.5 inches. I like to sleep off the ground, but there are plenty of people who don't mind being closer to the ground. For them, this would be a perfect pad.
Sounds like we've got some more pads to talk about. What's our choice for overlanding?
One of my favorite pads of all time, the Nemo Roamer double sleeping pad. This is the Mac Daddy of sleeping pads. If you're sleeping on this thing, you're not even gonna know that you're away from your bed at home. It's 4 inches thick. It's got a 6 R value, so that means it's going to be pretty warm. Also, it's 50 denier polyester that it's made out of on the top, so your dog could walk around it, no problems. This is one of our best-selling pads, and I can't say that I've ever sold one to a customer that didn't love it, so I highly, highly recommend it.
Sounds like a 5-star accommodation. Is this going to fit in the back of my car? Like, how big is this?
Yeah, it'll fit in the back of your car. It actually packs down pretty small, all things considered. It weighs 7 pounds 8 ounces, and it's 26 inches by 11 inches, so really pretty compact for such a big pad.
Right on. How big is it when it's inflated?
It's 78 inches by 52 inches wide, so you can easily get 2 people on there.
Right on. That sounds indeed like the Mac Daddy sleeping pads I would surely sleep soundly on that thing.
Cool. Next, let's talk about our backpacking options. Can you tell us about our best backpacking sleeping pad that we have?
Yeah, so our choice for backpacking is the Sea to Summit Ultralight Insulated Air pad. This one is, weight's the name of the game here. When you're out in the backcountry, you don't want to be carrying a lot of excess weight, and this thing keeps that simple. It only weighs 1 pound 3 ounces, and it's the mummy shape, so cutting down on any additional material. It's just there to keep you happy while you're sleeping, won't slow you down on the trail. So it's not going to be the warmest. It has an R value of 2.9, but if you're out in the desert or just comfortable being a little bit colder in the name of speed, this thing is going to treat you well. It's also quite durable. It's got a 30D polyester makeup, so it's not going to just get a bunch of punctures in it that you then have to deal with down the road. It's going to be your friend night in and night out.
Can you tell us how thick this pad is?
So it's not going to be the cushiest thing in the world. Life is made of compromises, but if you're looking to be move fast and be an ultralight kind of guy, this thing's going to be your friend. It's going to keep you comfortable, but it's also going to keep you fast.
That wraps us up for the best sleeping pads of 2024. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, or comment below.
If you have any other questions on sleeping pads, reach out to a Gearhead today. In the meantime, we'll see you out there.